Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle,
hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside my friend Randy Lee. Will be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics and maybe a little beyond. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Beautiful day outside. It is a mid-July day. And this is we are SEC Media Days will begin on Monday, and then we might have something substantive to talk about.
Yeah, I just told Andy and I were talking about the show tomorrow, and we got Brett moving around and me moving around and other things going on. I said, Andy, if there's ever a time to repeat a show, it would be this time of year, because we are officially in the season of discussing. Do we agree with who's going over to represent Auburn at Media Days? Big, massive topic.
Oh, huge, and that makes a big difference. What we think about
massive difference on whether we get a 4th and 1 at the 5 going into the end zone to win the first SEC game against Florida, or position battles. Who's out, who's in. I'm great at these conversations too, but here I am, Andy. So maybe it'll be you and Jim tomorrow. If not, it won't be me. I won't be here to help you out anymore tomorrow. You maybe have talked me into a good replay. All right, look, which is now newly named Auburn 24/7. No longer Auburn Undercover, Auburn 24/7, because they are of the 24/7 network. Great.
They have been doing, and Jason, our good friend Jason Caldwell, who's on the podcast with Brett fairly often, and he's been on the show many times, and he started one, and it was top 5 position battles for this Auburn team heading into the season. I think they've gotten through 3. I went ahead and finished the list for them, and these are my top 5 position battles. I think they are going to be. You can look at it, you can disagree. If there's one on there that you think shouldn't be on there, something on there that should be on there, then by all means, we can talk about it. But also, ESPN went through the entire 138 teams in NCAA and made a prediction, did a preview for each team, and they are really, really high. Whoever the writer of this was, particular writer, very high on Byron Brown, very high. Not so high on Auburn, but really likes Byron Brown. And, now I think they predict Auburn, say, about 6.5 wins. So, if you take their over-under, if you get them 7 wins, 7-5, I don't think that's pretty far off from what a lot of people would say about this Auburn team.
Am I wrong? It's what we've heard at least the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, have we been picked to have any more than that?
No, and we should have been taking the under the last several years.
So it sounds like another right where we've been conversation. Now, until you prove differently.
I was going to say, you've been doing this for 5 years. Why would anybody at this point predict you to do anything? Which I got no problem with. So, but anyway, they go into some great detail with a preview of Auburn. We might look at that if we have some time. But Auburn basketball, some news coming out. Auburn going to play an exhibition. It's just an exhibition against Florida State in Boutwell Auditorium. They played Oklahoma State last year. Tremendous game. I think it went to overtime, and I think it came down to maybe the last shot. I think Auburn lost by 2 points, if I remember. But some more things about the basketball team. The out-of-conference schedule kind of coming together, and they're starting to practice, and we're starting to see some clips come out, some videos of this Auburn basketball team, and size was an issue last year. But when you get, I don't know what Ngoy or Gua or whatever, however you pronounce it, the Frenchman, we'll call him. I don't know how athletic he is. I don't know if he can shoot at all. But that's a massive human being. That's some big-time size on the inside for Auburn this year.
Got a couple of more outside of him, too, so it's not just him. You know, if he goes out, you've got some substitutes. You've got some guys that have had a lot of minutes, had some good programs that are coming in, too. So I do think that was a massive issue going into the season last year, especially when the injury bug hit and you lost a big. So we learned something. I'll put it that way. Feels like we cured our ills there as long as all of these European players coming in, there's no issue and no changes that show up last second. At this point, I don't trust anything that comes out of the NCAA to not change last second, but I've already said this over and over again. I like the setup of this roster.
Yeah.
Bigs inside, perimeter shooters with length, two best players coming back off of last year's squad. To shore up the guards, man, I'm really happy. I hope I'm not overselling this.
And one of the biggest questions to me, and one of the biggest factors for this team, is you only got two guys coming back, but can Tahad Pettiford be what he was as a freshman? Can he find that magic again?
I think he was what he was as a freshman second half of the season last year. I think he was better.
I think he got better.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think he was still.
But, Andy, I'm going to argue with you because this is what I hear on the outside about him. Man, he didn't have to play necessarily the point guard position his freshman year.
No, he did not.
And he's a scorer, and he's an outstanding scorer. He's dynamic getting the ball to the bucket. He can break you down, and then he's a streaky outside shooter that makes a lot of them when things get going. And in some big games, he's been the reason, if you look back a couple of years ago where we won some big games, i.e. Houston, that I don't think we'd have won without his streaky shooting and the way that he plays when things are going in his favor. But last year, it took the first portion of the season, and by the way, with a whole bunch of players he'd never played with, and with one that demanded the basketball a whole lot, and needed to get up a whole bunch of shots to keep himself happy in Keyshawn Hall. And I'm not knocking him. It just is the truth. So you're trying to figure that dynamic out as a point guard that's really a creator more than a distributor. You know, I could have the argument with any of y'all that the second half of the season was way better than that first season because he had so many pieces around him that he didn't have to create himself that first season. Now, he did sometimes. But he didn't necessarily have to. Last year he did, and he got better the second half.
I don't disagree with any of that. I just will say that he looked like he lost his confidence in the middle, the beginning of the year.
Oh, yeah.
It was a while before, and it may you start seeing flashes of it, but I don't think it ever completely came back throughout the end of the season.
Well, his scoring average at the end of the season. I mean,
because Kevin Overton was the one that took over.
Do me a favor. Brett's had this argument with me before, if you can't tell. Go pull his stats the last 20 games of the season.
Okay.
Most of those SEC games. Go pull his stats. See what he averaged scoring. See how many times he scored in the 20s.
Okay.
In those last 20 games. Come back. We'll have an argument. It'll be an Andy Graham-style argument. Not just a feel-good argument like on what your poor 49 to 48-year-old memory serves you, but actually stats that are sitting there in front of you on the paper. And you're going to be happily surprised with the way that he scored the basketball the last half of the season.
I hope so. And I'll give you credit.
Help me, Justin.
I'll give you credit. The All-Stars in soccer, that was probably later in my team. I think you're probably right on that.
I know it was.
Okay. All right. Also, World Cup, we got a championship game coming up. May not be the championship game people saw coming.
Like yesterday?
Well, I mean, I would say that, but if I hadn't seen Argentina come back and score 3 goals in 10 minutes.
But still, it's just messy is where I'm going.
Well, remind me, because I was obviously not, not obviously, but I was unable to watch that game. I only saw like the last goal, I think, of Argentina and
which was a miracle in
and
itself.
Egypt.
Okay.
But now Egypt, I mean, why was Egypt crying like they got cheated? Well, I mean, did I miss something? I mean, was there?
They scored again, and it got disallowed.
Okay.
Which would have put them up 3-0.
But it got disallowed because
You're at
offsides or
something like that.
Okay.
I mean, I can't exactly remember the reason why, but I think it was offside or something. But it was you could argue it.
I see.
It was close enough. But
But what about the 3 goals that they scored?
is there any doubt in your mind he's the best soccer player of all time?
No, I told you. I mean, he's Michael Jordan. And that, for all the kids out there that didn't see Michael Jordan play but have grown up and actually know who Messi is and then watched him play, that's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
That's what Michael Jordan was for basketball. I mean, he made every clutch shot. He's when he's on the floor,
All eyes are
everything
pointed to him.
changes.
Yeah.
And he's just better than everybody else. That's just all it is. At 38, no less. 39. Good grief. All right, we got to take our first break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Celebrate America's 250th all month long at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. During the month of July, with every new or used vehicle purchase, you'll receive a beautiful embroidered American flag kit for your home. Our way of helping you proudly celebrate. We have over 500 vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You'll find the biggest discounts and a great selection. Visit Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika today. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you, just getting started on today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by J.H. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big. No job is too small, commercial or residential. So they move a lot of dirt around here. I know that. I see trucks going up and down the road all the time. but I'm sure they can make some time for you. Just give them a call. 334-531-0199. And the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm for all your personal injury needs, whatever they might be. If you find yourself in a bind, find yourself in a car accident or whatever, and you need some legal advice or you need some legal representation, Glenda Mitchell Law Firm is the call that you need to make for any kind of personal injury needs. 334-604-7927, the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm. All right, Ed says the Auburn fans that I talk to expect Golis to beat the 6 teams he has a better roster than. We kind of talked about that yesterday. 7 times Auburn outplayed by a wide margin their competition and still lost.
Yardage.
Yeah. But he says if Golis, he thinks that people think that he talks to that he can beat the 6 teams he's supposed to, and his $3 million quarterback is good enough to win 2 more ball games. By my math, that'd be 8. If Golis does not win the games he is supposed to, we don't want any sunshine pumping from the people that cover Auburn. Rip him like they did Stephen Pearl, and they ripped him every loss.
Okay, one, I did hear a lot of those people ripping him, Ed, and I didn't appreciate it.
I did not rip.
Andy will vouch for me, though.
Yeah.
I defended Stephen Pearl as staunchly as any Auburn talking head can defend anyone with the ignorance that came out of a lot of Auburn fans' mouth last year, and it was straight ignorance. I mean, it was unbridled ignorance when one player's coming back. I don't care if you're a Final Four squad. You're a Final Four squad with an entirely different unit. And his father left when it was at its peak.
4 weeks before the season started.
Left when it was at its peak. I mean, I've never known a coach to leave his best squad.
No.
And he did. And I thought Stephen did as good a job as he could. And he had moments in the year where if we would have kept playing at a strong level that we would have probably made the NCAA tournament.
Right on the bubble.
But we faltered there at the end and then come on and win the NIT and have some positive momentum going into the offseason. And you got to give him plenty of time with the rest of the staff that stayed on, by the way. You know, here's one thing to watch with coaches in general. And I just applauded Butch Thompson with this yesterday. with the baseball coaching hire that we have. Some coaches you run from, some you want to be around, okay? The Pearls seem to be able to retain a coaching staff, correct?
This will be year number 2, and I don't think we've made any changes.
Okay. And they were there before.
Yes.
Now, Stephen took the reins. But
you would have thought they would stick around for 1 year, but that second year they'd be like, yeah, we gave you that, now I'm gone. They
just
didn't do
like
that.
Hugh Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the inner turmoil that has happened over numerous coaches at Auburn when it comes down to I need to get my new system in and I need a new face on the program and I don't like what this guy's saying over here internally and blah, 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 blah. So my point is, and then Butch Thompson, you know, he's thought so highly of that he pulls a coach that had the success that Georgia has seen swinging the bats the last couple of years over to Auburn based off a relationship that the guy had with him when he was a player for him at Mississippi State. So, you know, sometimes I think we really do as Auburn fans critique a little too unfairly. But our football program, it's hard to critique it unfairly. When it hits the pits that this sucker's hit, I think the critiques are justified, Andy.
I was on record. I said I thought this was the NIT championships was the absolute most you could have gotten out of that team last year. I truly, I don't care who was coaching. I really believe that. Did Stephen Pearl do every single thing exactly right? No. Did he make mistakes? Of course he did. It's the first time he's ever been a head coach.
Yes.
But I think overall he kept the team together. There were moments when it could have frayed and been really bad, and he kept it together. And I think that speaks well of him. And like you said, obviously the players like playing for him. Obviously the coaches, assistant coaches like coaching with him. So
let me add one more thing to that.
Okay.
I think we're still showing that this coaching staff minus Bruce Pearl can develop. Was K.O. an offensive player before he came to Auburn?
That's not why we brought him in.
We brought him in as a defensive enforcer that averaged 8 points per game at Texas Tech. Am I right?
I think so.
That sucker was an offensive unit.
He was a juggernaut by the end of the year.
Okay, I just made an entire segment off of arguing with you and others, and I'm not necessarily pointing at you on how well Tahad played the second half of the year. So I think it's hard to argue that he's not being developed. Seems to be playing better at the point guard. I know he had a lot more assists the second half of the season than he had the first, which proves that he can.
I'm not a big fan of ripping guys in year one because it's just there's a lot of factors in year one that you don't, you got to deal with, and that's just the way it is. But I will say that, and I'll put this caveat on there. I think competence is easily seen.
I agree with that.
So, I told you this yesterday, regardless of the record, I think if we show competence and we show like, oh, good Lord, we made some progress from game 1 to game 12, we're headed in the right direction. We showed no progress at any time under Freeze or Harsin. So,
which is the reason that the powers that be behind the scenes wanted Harsin out after year 1.
Yeah.
And then the fan base and everyone else like, no, we can't do that. We can't be seen as those type of people. No, you can.
Yeah, we are.
When we already know that nobody's recruiting, you should get rid of them after year 1. And so,
but we do call a spade here on the Auburn Blitz. We always have, and we always will. Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event. From tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy. You only about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. I'd like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food in the Montgomery or Auburn area. Go and check out their website, steaksandwine.com. Just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. They got a wide variety of wine. They got steaks, burgers, casseroles, ribs, a little bit of everything there. So go and check them out. They will prepare it for you. The food is absolutely delicious. They got deals going on every month, it seems. They'd love to cater your next event. So that's Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines on Pepper Tree in Montgomery and on East Glen in Auburn. All right, top 5 position battles this fall for this Auburn football team. Like I said, Auburn 24/7 claims that the number 1 position battle is at offensive tackle. Number 2 is at tight end. Number 3 would be at cornerback. Now, I added in at safety because there's so many guys on the list that I think probably deserve playing time, but there's only so much depth you're going to use.
Well, I think it's 2 differing discussions you're having here.
Okay.
Okay. I'll tee this one up for you. My worry is the position battle being named as offensive tackles because you're not sure you got 2 of them that are good enough to play.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
Well, I
think I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying when you're talking safeties, it's because you think the ceiling's high on a
lot of them. Yeah.
And so it's worried about playing time.
Yes.
Is it a worry about playing time on offensive tackle for Auburn?
I can only go by what I've been told.
Who told?
And that is Joe Simmons was great in the spring. and lock down probably the left tackle position. And if that's the case, I mean, is he better than Xavier Chaplin? Well, I mean, if he's physically equal to Xavier Chaplin, but can hear and doesn't need a hearing aids, presumably that was at least that was the excuse. Then I think I'd feel fine. I think Chaplin was, when he didn't jump off sides, I think he was pretty good as a left tackle. So if Joe Simmons is he that good? I have no clue because I've never seen him play. And when he did play, he played at, I don't know, whatever it was, a lower level school that nobody cares about. But this other group, Stanton Rammel, he was at Michigan State, okay, been hurt a lot. Ty Buster, redshirt freshman, never played. Wilson Zaire, true freshman, but very impressive. A transfer from Stanford, I think, Jack Lair, and transfer from Oregon State, Jacob Strand, who had one of the all-time mullets when he came out of high school. That's all I know about him. Bright red mullet. But, okay. So, yes, there's trepidation for me at offensive tackle. And I think that's why that's number one, because I don't know if anybody knows that we're hoping there's competition there.
Well, that's, I think it depends on how you define what you're trying to answer as a position battle.
Yeah.
Like if the battle is, do I have some people here that can actually get the job done? That's different. Now, if you're asking for a battle for me, it's between a whole bunch of good players.
Yeah.
And the two groups that I would point to there, and then I'll let you go back down your list, but I'm going to point to two without me going through Jason's or yours or anybody else's. Safety position. There's a lot of them. And I
feel comfortable with about 6 of them.
Well, and I'll say this, and I'll put one in here that I really bragged on a couple of years ago, but I just don't know that his ceiling's as high as some of these others, and so it becomes a true position battle as a player like Caleb Harris. I think Caleb Harris is a solid player and a good tackler from an outstanding program at Thompson High School. But when I watch him back there running around, I'm like, athletically, quickness-wise, I really wonder if some of these other guys have a chance to overcome him and get some snaps. If that's the case, we've really got something there. You got what I'm saying? Because if you told me Caleb Harris took all the snaps at Auburn back at safety, I'd be good with it. I think he's a good player. But if somebody's good enough to take something from him, then we're in a really good spot. And the other one that I will say that I don't know if y'all have it on here or not, but I think the running back position. I don't think it's a battle for the first. No. I don't think it's a battle for the starter, but the running back position is not just a starter position. No. The backup running back's a major player, a massive player on the team. And I think
supposedly they want to run 3 and 4 deep.
Dude, there are 4 or 5 players that could get the next 2. Mm-hmm. And even Brett and others that have been around, the first part of them talking about Alvin Henderson last year was, he said way, way behind. Elba High School owns every darn state record there possibly could be out there. But the more that they talked about him leading into the springs, like, man, he's getting it. He's coming on. He looks good. And he's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like there's 3 or 4 ahead of him that I think have a chance. So I think that's a good battle if you're trying to fight for which one really is truly looked at as the backup running back to Jeremiah Cobb is a true battle. So way more than do I have 2 tackles that I think can be serviceable.
Champ Anthony, senior, safety.
Good player when he's healthy.
Very good. Caleb Harris, Jr., Sylvester Smith, Reed. Smith, Reed.
To me,
now.
Great player when he's healthy.
So, those 2 out of Mumford, Alabama, those 2 cats, Caleb Harris and Smith have played a ton of football.
They have.
True or false? Eric Winters and Anquan Fagan are the 2 most talented people over here by far.
They're better than all 3 of those. Mainly because we've had a couple of issues with injuries with Champ Anthony, who I think is a great player.
Yeah.
But that's 5. They're not going to play 5.
Throw Fred Gaskin in there, too, from South Florida.
This is a true battle to me. This is like a top-end ceiling battle that I want to talk about, not do I know any of these types.
I think Jacoby Matthews was a 5-star. When he played Texas A&M, when he went to there. So
yeah.
He's there as a senior. He's just kind of the throw-in. So that is a very, very talented position, safety, to me. And I think that's great. That's really, really good competition.
Agree.
You know, there may be some bad competition on the line. I don't know. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open. Located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area. And they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all. Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Sentricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air Jurassic Challenge. Replace your system by July 31st, and you could win up to $2,500 back for the oldest HVAC system or $1,000 for the oldest water heater. Call Dixie and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Just a couple of more segments left in today's show. Possibly the last show of the week. We'll see. All right, we're talking about top 5 position battles. Auburn 24/7 has this tight end as I hope that this is a great position battle.
And worth the conversation.
I hope. Because Brandon Frazier, Tate Johnson, and Preston Howard, I appreciate their effort, but we ain't going to miss them. Nobody's going to miss them. Everybody's going to look up and go, who? We bring in the transfer, Jake Johnson, bring in it from North Carolina, bring in a transfer. I think he started at A&M and then went to North Carolina.
He did.
So he's been around forever.
LSU too, I
did
believe.
He play?
Yeah.
Okay. Jonathan Eccles was from South Florida. Ryan Gee, he played as a true freshman, and he made a catch, I think, in the Iron Bowl. But he's got some work to do. But then a couple other transfers. So pretty much everybody on this list except Ryan Gee is a transfer. Who knows? But if they battle it out and it makes them better and the best man wins, that's what competition is for. But the next position that I would say is the defensive line. We lost a lot off the defensive line this past year. Keldrick Falk, Keyron Crawford, Bobby Jamison Travis, Aramis Williams, Malik Blockton, James Ash, Zeke Walker, Jay Hardy. All of them played, and all of them are gone. So what you got coming back with any kind of experience? Well, Dallas Walker played at Auburn last year. You got a 5th year for him, so that's a good thing. You know what you're going to get from him. He's a big, wide body that's just going to clog up the middle. He's not going to move a lot, but he'll do his job. But Malik Autry and Jordan Crawford, 2 of the most talented defensive linemen that we've brought in several years, and right from around here. One Malik Autry from Opelika and Jordan Crawford from Parker. I mean, they were a lot of fun to watch. Malik Autry, I thought, had the better year as a true freshman.
He did.
But those 2 have real promise. And great competition if you get Cody Siegler, Malik Autry, Jordan Crawford, and some of these other guys that Walter Mathis is a transfer from LSU. He was a very highly touted guy, but I don't know. Darian Smith was there last year, that interior defensive line. So you could get some really good competition there.
Oh, I think the pieces are there to be really good. I think the ceiling's high. And I know enough about these guys. The reason, somebody else got to talk to you about the offensive tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, saw Stanton Ramel in high school, but that was a long time ago. And that was a couple of injuries ago. And I wanted Auburn to close on him and hope that we got him then, but we didn't. But we get him this time, and I hope he's great. But, when you get 3 or 4 years into a career, and he's taken a lot of snaps at Michigan State and played well, I think, for the 1 year that he was really healthy. But he has had those injuries, so who knows there. But back to the defensive tackle position, man, those two that you talk about, I think the ceiling's as high for those two from what I've seen in the high school as anybody that we could talk about on this list. Outside of those two safeties that I talked about a little bit earlier, in Fagans and Winters. I think the ceiling's equally as high for them. I think all four of them could be NFL players. And for Auburn, that's saying something. It's not that we haven't put any NFL players in, but when Auburn, we're talking about in the same class 4 potential NFL players on the defensive side of the ball. We ain't done that often.
No.
You can knock Q Freeze and staff all you want. We haven't put together those type of pieces often.
Well, can Cody Sigler be, he's coming from Arkansas State, small school. People love him. He's an energy guy. He's got a motor and all this kind of stuff. But, sometimes you bring a guy in like that and he lives up to billing and he motivates everybody else, and everybody else just, tries to go up to bring up their energy up to his level. And sometimes you bring a guy in like that and he just cannot compete in the SEC. Which is it going to be? I don't know. Does anybody know?
No, I don't.
Till we get out there and see it?
No, but I mean, you can't replace a motor guy. You can't. And I think a motor guy creates other motor guys. If you're playing next to somebody that's giving it 1,000,000% and you're not, it shows.
Yeah.
We've been broadcasting together for a long time, and Brett and I talk about it, and half the time we end up in these star ratings conversations. Oh, man, there's a 4-star. We're about to go watch him. They're so good. Let him off the bus first. You go in there, and you go 3/4 of a high school game and you ain't called somebody's name, he ain't very good. And he ain't got a high motor. And then you got some little 5'10", 230-pounder beside him, and I'm not saying that parlays to SEC play, but he makes plays the entire game, and he makes everybody around him better. So, hey, the coaching staff thinks that of Sigler.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope they're right.
Pass rusher Jared Smith came on last year. Boy, if he could take the next step, that would be phenomenal. Chris Murray, Deshaun Womack, transferred. Nate Johnson transferred from Missouri. Joe Phillips, the guy that everybody wanted. Georgia, we battled it for him, but he has never really been able to do much. J.J. Falk, Jaquez Wilkes, and Chris Wells, his brother Corey Wells, they both from Texas, and both freshmen. I don't know what we're really expecting of them, but a lot of guys in there, trying to get into that edge spot. So I think there's some potential.
Agree.
We'll see. All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. One final segment on the way right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state, options selected by customer availability, and eligibility may vary.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation.
We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday afternoon. It is July the 16th. On this day, 1941, Joe DiMaggio goes 3 for 4, extending his hitting streak to 56 games in a row. And it would come to an end on the next day.
You know, it came to an end. I feel like I'm on the show with you every year that this comes up.
I think we are.
It's crazy that this one is brought up. But it came to an end, and if memory serves me correct, he almost went an additional 20 games after this. So he was nearing up on, and, you know, this is just a random number, but 79 out of 80 games he got a hit in. It's a number somewhere near that. And, you know, here's a little nugget for the 41 season. What else happened in the 41 season that hasn't happened since?
Ted Williams hit 406.
What did Ted Williams, who batted 406, and he probably hit, I can't remember the amount of home runs, what did he finish in the MVP race?
Probably third.
He did. He finished third in the MVP race, hitting 406 with like 40 homers. Of course, Jolton Joe won. I can't quite remember who finished in second, probably a pitcher or something. But
probably.
That's always wild to me to think that somebody hit 406. Another random stat that I always like to give when talking
It was like Mickey Cochran or somebody, a catcher that hit like 280 or something. I mean, but because he was a catcher and he handles pitchers, and they're like, what?
Overthinking things.
Bizarre.
Here's one from the Heisman Trophy stats that I always like to give. How many sacks did Derek Thomas have his senior year at Alabama?
I want to say it was something just completely absurd.
It was absurd.
Like 52?
No. I think he finished his career.
Okay. Yeah.
But he had 27 sacks.
27, that's what it was, yeah.
You know what he finished in the Heisman Trophy? By the way, the next one that gets 27 sacks in the season, they're not even going to have a vote. Like, that guy won the Heisman Trophy before the voting even starts. I don't care if somebody throws for 4,000 and rushes for 1,000. If anyone gets to 27 sacks, they're winning the Heisman.
Just for context, Auburn's all-time leading sack leader for a season, I think it's 14 sacks.
Yeah, and
13 or 14.
I want to say that 27 is more than Auburn's all-time career leader.
That's probably right.
It's around that number.
Derek Groves.
Quentin Groves.
Quentin Groves, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. There's another early 80s player that's got a big number up there, too, that may still be a little bit ahead of Quentin Groves.
Okay.
But what did Derek Thomas finish in the Heisman Trophy balloting that year?
What year was that?
That would have probably
been 88, right? Or 87 or 88?
88, yeah.
Well, when you hear who won it in 88, I mean, it's not so bad.
Okay,
but
I'm not saying
I'll say
he should've
fifth.
7th. 27 sacks.
Defensive player's never going to win the Heisman. I mean,
They will these days. You get 27 sacks, you're going to win it.
Nobody's going to get 27 sacks.
Well, no, that's a point. I mean, but if there was ever a time to get 27 sacks, it'd be in today's game.
You would think.
A lot more than back then.
Yeah.
When people threw 17 or 20 times a game.
Oh, boy.
Useless knowledge.
I think Joe DiMaggio said, and I've said this before, I think every time I hear this, that it rained the night before, and he claimed that it slowed down the track, and he had a couple of shots in between second and third that if it had been a dry day, it would have been a base hit. But it slowed it up enough that they were able to catch it and field it and throw him out. So take that for what you will. How many more? Could it have been a 80-game streak? I mean, it's 56 is unthinkable, but, yeah, it's crazy. Happy birthday today, Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Big baseball.
Born on this day, 1887, died in 1951. I'm assuming he, like Pete Rose, is now available to be in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they said that upon your death, you're no longer banned. I think that's what the new rule is. Barbara Stanwyck, Big Valley or Double Indemnity, great movie. 1907. Ginger Rogers, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, born on this day, 1911. Margaret Smith Court, 24 Grand Slams. The all-time leader, by the way. I think Serena's got 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
Serena's coming back.
But it was a different, but she got smoked at Windland. 1942, you just don't come back at 40 or 38 or whatever she is. Jimmy Johnson, born on this day, 1943. Man, Jimmy's got a good life. He's sitting back there on the beach going fishing. He don't care. He's been doing that for years. Stuart Copeland, drummer for the Police. Roxanne. 1952, Gary Anderson, great kicker in the NFL, Hall of Famer, I think. 1959, maybe not. I don't know. I just made that up. Terry Pendleton, TP.
MVP one year.
1991.
91.
I think, yeah.
Who won it in 92?
Great question.
Barry Bonds. And what did Barry Bonds do in 92 that made people go, nope, don't want him with the Pirates anymore? Couldn't throw out Sid Bream from left field.
Oh, well, Andy Van Slyke told him to move up.
He did.
And he wouldn't do it.
And he couldn't throw him out and said, you're going to give the MVP award to a guy that can't throw out Sid Bream from left field.
That's pretty funny.
They got him out of there.
Phoebe Cates, born on this day, 1963. My goodness, Phoebe Cates, man. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She was in some kind of even raunchier version of the Blue Lagoon. Some, walking around half naked or naked on some tropical island, but that's just neither here nor there. Claude Lemieux, a hockey player, he died this year. I didn't really realize that. Will Ferrell, born on this day, 1967. Barry Sanders, your 1988 Heisman winner, 2,628 yards. 239 yards a game, 7.6 yards a carry. And mind you, that's just 39 touchdowns. That's just in 11 games. I ain't even counting the bowl game where he ran for 222 yards and 5 touchdowns in the Holiday Bowl. And again, for context, Bo's Heisman year in 85, 1,786 something yards, 2,600. And add 222 to that if you really want it. Unbelievable. Corey Feldman, Adam Scott, all born on this day. It's going to wrap it up for us. He's Randy. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.